Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Millie reaction. Today we have From a Place of Love, yet another one in the Library of Ruina situation, apparently the Love Town theme. Of course, I don't know what that's referring to, but I wonder if the song's lyrics are going to spell that out, as it's done before. So let's dive right back into depression and figure out what's going on with this song, shall we? Let's go.
Yes, I have been so afraid. Yes, I have been so distant, consistently indifferent. It's hard to put that in an amicable sentence. I'm sorry, actually, not really. There's just so much work,
This is kind of an
too much
interesting
work to be done, committing to
phrasing.
commitments,
The
hiding
syllable
my
pacing is
indulgence, the
different.
freedom we sacrifice for love. You also made me whole the first time that you gave me loyal patience and sustainably listen. It's hard to describe what I'm feeling at the moment. Are you? I mean, you're in love with me. It's
Oh.
just so much fun, too much fun.
Okay, I've been real quiet till now.
How could you say no to the
I'm just trying to.
furious one?
This clearly has a very involved story. I don't want to miss it.
Enjoyed it all, still I have my doubts. You're a nice girl, I'm just not ready now. But the mommy
Drama.
said it ain't family biz. Get over it.
Ooh.
Toughen up, just like the man we
All right.
expected. So when are you gonna take the chance?
Familial pressure. This is getting involved. I'm probably going to be pretty quiet during this one.
We stay together, then this forever. Inside the triangle, till we are furthermore. Our love opened the door to a future I'd rather not enter. Seconds later, a new future. I know that I agreed to this myself.
Ooh.
I wish it was their fault. Now I really wish we were dead before we started feeding on each other. Blood is thicker, but the drink I prefer is water.
Ooh. Okay, that line goes really hard.
Listen to the mix of power since
Ooh.
that it didn't happen. Forbid, forget. I love you, I love you.
And there's that again. I was extremely quiet. I was really focusing on the lyrics for this one. The music was really pleasant, but we'll talk about it. So to get the music stuff out of the way, this song was very soft. This reminded me of a like lullaby nursery rhyme kind of thing. So I assume these two characters, of course, given the picture that's accompanying it, are children. And some of the lyrics are pressing my thoughts in a very unfortunate direction. I know it would be not a far cry to assume Library of Ruina would do something so dark, but I'll get there. Musically, with that softness, I think, as per usual with the Millie tracks in this game, that there is like a misnomer element to that where it's really soft, cutesy, like there's little things in there like xylophone sounds and bells, and it's just this really nice like chimey kind of tone that's supposed to be soft and pleasant, with the lyrics being totally the opposite. And with that, we can get into the lyrics. So I know I wasn't like really reacting much to the actual song as a result of me trying to focus on the lyrics there, but I was definitely listening to them. My interpretation of this story might be accurate, but obviously, since I don't know all of the ins and outs of the game, I'm sure that I'm going to get some factor wrong in here, because there are some interesting things that they mentioned. Like, I don't know what the train is. I'm sure that there's a point to that. But overall, I think the theme is something along the lines of a forced marriage in a way of children, which is kind of dark. Like it was phrased like characters were talking to each other and explaining the scenario like, we love each other, why don't we just do this? I don't know if I'm ready for that. Let's jump forward with it. But then some of the lyrics got like really dark and mentioned certain things. I mean, some of the stuff in the beginning was kind of dark, but later in with them mentioning like the merging of their souls and the blood is thicker, but I preferred water, which is still a banger line. What great phrasing there. I think it might be leaning into the like Full Metal Alchemist Nina Tucker kind of connection. Like maybe these people were merged into one, which is unfortunate. But at the same time, I think that would make sense with the later lyrics, especially highlighting some form of a pseudo regret, like part of the brain or the mind of whatever they've become, to the point where like maybe one side of this merger is not in any way really regretful, and if there is, it's not much, like they're relatively happy, and the other one is pretty much the opposite, and that just kind of fighting with itself in one mind effectively is kind of where I'm feeling is the song is going. There was a lyric in there about being in a vehicle that I don't want to enter. So knowing that the train is a factor in there, and I don't know if that's metaphorical, that could be literal. For all I know, they could be this giant train creature, like just Thomas the Tank Engine level, but it would match with that. And it would also be a double meaning with them being conjoined into one, as well as literally becoming the vehicle, which would be kind of interesting. And it would also kind of make sense for that in the train we walk down the aisle, because I suppose that could be literal. They could be walking down the aisle inside of an actual train for whatever reason. There's a train involved in the story, but it could also be literal, like in the train we are now one, we are now merged and married in some dark twisted context. And that is disturbing, but it is really neat how they're able to dance around lyrics like this. And Cassie Way is an amazing lyricist with all of these songs, but especially lines like that, blood is thicker, but I prefer water, is a killer line. What a great line. What a great metaphor. It's just unfortunate that if I am correct, this means that two children were effectively robbed of their lives due to some sort of like societal pressure or like literal pressure from people pushing them into doing this and them just deciding to go with it. And that would kind of hark to the lyric about somebody wishing that it was somebody else's fault. Like they chose to do this, but like, did they have a choice? You know, like that sort of like moral conundrum. So there's a lot to be said here. You could also probably reframe these lyrics to be a more like general message of like that sort of societal and like expectant pressure of marriage and relationships in our world. Whereas like more in the modern day, people are kind of more left to their devices of what they're allowed to do or what they want to do with their own love life. Whereas only a few generations ago, getting married was like the thing. You're going to get married, have kids, that's life. And it could be a resonating thought of that sort of standard that has existed in multiple parts of the world. But I think I'll digress there. Let me know if I'm close with the train body thing. I don't, again, know if it's like literal with the train or if I'm just overthinking the train thing, but I do think I'm pretty on point with the whole merging into one, because that's not been done before in media. Like I said, Full Metal Alchemist and a few others. So it's an option. But if I'm right or wrong, please let me know. So many people will write these little like story summaries to like let me know what actually happens, and I'm always just like, what? Like I rarely respond to them, but I do read everything. But I suppose that'll be it for me on this video. So thank you all so very much for watching. If you liked me kind of trying to figure these songs out, it's a challenge sometimes, but I love to do it. It's a brain workout trying to figure out the stories of some of these. But if you want to see more, let me know down below what I should get to next. I basically have all of the Library of Ruina songs. I was reinforced by Pobat that he has all of them. I just forgot to mention them last time, so we should be good there, and I should be getting to all of them within the next couple of weeks. So put other songs from other things down there. I'll get to them. And other than that, if you want to follow me and support me and all that, you know how to do that. And I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.